Don't take a breath. Don't forget your bliss. Stop trying to figure out what's next. Let that weight fall off your chest. Know you're worth it, don't play cheap.
Hey guys, Danielle here. I am here to bring you my end of 2020 book haul. So first up, I got, one just fell over. I got the second book in the Pages & Co. series. This is Tilly and the Lost Fairy Tales by Anna James, and this was one that I read during Believe-a-thon with Tori at A Scottish Lass Reads, and I will link her YouTube below. Anyway, so this is book number 2. Book number 1 was Tilly and the Book Wanderers, and so in book number 2, Tilly and her newfound best friend Oscar are going to book wander to the land of fairy tales, where she quickly realizes that things are not as they should be. There are book characters getting lost, there are mysterious plot holes happening, and everything is just mixed up. So Tilly is going to do her best to get things figured out. I am seriously considering using this book for the Hemisphere Christmas Games prompts of a cozy read and a dark cover. If you have not heard of the Hemisphere Christmas Games yet, I will link their Twitter below, but it is a fun readathon that is happening between the 5th and the 13th of December. So next up, I have a Little Princess by Frances Hodgson. I knew I was going to get twisted up with this. Frances Hodgson Burnett. And this is a classic in children's literature that I was unfamiliar with, and because of the Pages & Co. series and the important part that this story plays in Tilly's life, I was like, oh, I really felt like I was missing out, so I am adding this to my to be read stack. Next, I got Wondersmith by Jessica Townsend, and this is the second book in the Nevermore series. I will be buddy reading this with Shakira at Shakira Reading on, okay, I do not have my books stacked properly. Anyway, I'll be buddy reading this with Shakira. You can find her on Twitter. I will link her Twitter below. But yeah, if you've watched my previous video, I absolutely loved Nevermore and am so excited to continue this series. Okay. The next books I got are A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas and A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I got this one first, and then when I realized that I couldn't get the next book, which is A Court of Mist and Fury, in the same cover, yeah, I had to get this one so that it matched this one. And I am reading both of these books in December, hopefully, along with Hope at Hopeless Book Addict, and I am just botching all of these names tonight, so I'm sorry, people. Anyway, so I'm buddy reading this with Hope. I will share her link below. Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I am just heavily paraphrasing, is about a young woman named Feyre, and she is human, and she is the provider for her family. She is hunting one day and she spots a deer. The only problem is there's also a wolf that spots the same deer. She takes the wolf out, kills him, later finds out that the wolf is actually a fairy, and then has to pay the price for killing that fairy. And so I know there's more to this series than what I have just said, and I know I probably sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, especially if you've already read these, but just be kind, and I will hopefully fill you in properly really soon. So next I got Cress and Winter. These are the third and fourth books in the Lunar Chronicles. I previously read the Lunar Chronicles, it's been a little while ago, but I read the first 3 books. I read Cinder, Scarlet, and Cress. And so for those of you who don't know, these are fairy tale retellings with a sci-fi twist. Cinder is based off Cinderella. Scarlet is based off Little Red Riding Hood. Cress is Rapunzel. Winter is Snow White. And I started to read Winter and just like, I don't know what happened, but I didn't finish it. And I'm almost to the point where I feel like I need to do a reread of these. So, and forgot to mention this series is by Marissa Meyer. Anyway, if you have not read these and want to read the Lunar Chronicles, or if you have and want to do a reread and want to do a buddy read, let me know, because that is definitely on my want to read list. And next, so I got this one. I actually didn't get this one at the bookstore. This is All the Impossible Things by Lindsay Lackey, and this one I got on paperback swap. But it was on my wish list, so this was one that wasn't available and then later became available, and I was so excited, especially to be reminded of why I added it to my wish list in the first place. So this is about, I don't know if you would consider this a middle grade book, but it is about a young girl named Red, and she is caught up in the foster system and bouncing from family to family. She has kind of like a superpower, and her superpower is that she can control the wind. And in fact, like, the wind kind of changes with her emotions. She finally finds a family where she feels like she fits in, and about the time she settles in, her tornado of a mother, the chaos that is her mother, comes back into her life and just kind of threatens to rock the boat. So anyway, I'm really looking forward to reading this. Side note, my recurring dream, I don't know if you have recurring dreams. Mine have always been tornadoes. I have been just kind of obsessed with the wind, or just had a fascination with the wind. And in fact, if I had a superpower, I would want her superpower, and that is to control the wind. So I cannot wait to read this and to tell you what I think. Okay, and then my final book. Do not laugh. Okay, so I got this at the Little Free Library. I was walking at the park. I saw the Little Free Library. Did I really need this book? The answer is no. I have actually never read Twilight or any of the Twilight books. I missed the Twilight train. And this is Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. I would like to read the books. I did enjoy the movies. And yeah, for those of you who have never heard of Twilight, this is about a love story between a vampire and a human, and Edward and Bella, and yeah. So that concludes my end of 2020 book haul. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, write a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. I would love to hear what books you all have hauled recently. I would love to hear for your reading plans for December. As I mentioned, I have a couple buddy reads going on. You all are always welcome to join in. Also, I've got the book club books, and yeah, and then the Hemisphere Christmas games. So it is going to be a fun, reading-filled December, and yeah, I can't wait. So I'm signing off for now. Bye, guys.
Don't play cheap. Can't waste no time sitting back, get off your feet. It feel like time been rolling, whipping through the city on the west side.